Thank you very much for all your tweets as always here on Extra Time. If Klopp doesn't win a trophy again this year, will the same criticism be shown to him that was shown to Sarri for coming second at Napoli with a record number of points?
Well, who criticised Sarri?
Sarri, yeah.
Hold on. So they came second, which is fine. It was a decent seat. Did they get to the... No, they didn't get to the Champions League final. In fact, they get knocked out, and then they went in the Europa League, and then they got knocked out of that.
Yep.
Because they basically wanted to be knocked out of that because they were wanting to put a fight up for the trophy, for the title, but couldn't do that. So at least Liverpool have fought in both fronts and are in the Champions League final. So, no.
Yeah, we did. We didn't.
Well, you criticised Napoli when Gab was saying, but this is a great season for them, and then there was suggestion, well, it isn't because they didn't win the league.
We were criticising Gab more for suggesting that they should. He was basically suggesting they should get a trophy because they had such a great year.
Right.
That's what we were criticising. We weren't criticising Napoli. We thought the way Napoli played was exciting. It was entertaining. They scored goals. It was great. We just disagree with.
Listen.
Some of the choices that Sarri
let's
made
get to
with
the
his
nuts
team.
and bolts. Let's get to the nuts and bolts here. Liverpool have been in 2 straight Champions League finals, and they've just taken the best team. They're not going to win the Champions League, but they are the best squad. Just taking them all the way. 2 years in the trot, Champions League final, and all the way in the Premier League to the last day, losing by a point to the biggest spenders in world football. So take your Napoli and your Sarri and stick it where the sun doesn't shine, right?
Who's had the better season if City win the treble and Liverpool win the Champions League?
Oh, City.
City?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No question. So it should always.
What if they don't win the FA Cup, say?
City.
Still City because of what they've done in the Premier League.
Yeah. Yeah. The Premier League should always be your bread and butter.
Right.
Your league should always be your bread and butter. It's unfortunate that Man City seem to. I think definitely the owners are chasing the Champions League, but I think you should always be going for your domestic league, always.
If Pochettino were to offer himself to Manchester United, should they terminate Ole's contract and go for it?
Well, if he was to offer himself, then absolutely yes. 100%. But
it's not going to happen.
No.
It's interesting, kind of the rumours doing the rounds about Pochettino and what he said regarding his future.
I haven't seen the comments.
If he wins the Champions League, he might take a sabbatical. That might be it. He might walk away into the sunset.
Did he use the word sabbatical?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because I heard an interview, and the one I heard was that if they win the Champions League...
Take a break.
No. No, it was... the way he said it left it open to interpretation.
Right.
He was basically saying then he needs to look at the next...
Yeah.
You know, the next step.
Yeah.
Which opens up, for the British media in particular, all kinds of things.
What would you do?
I didn't hear the word sabbatical.
I'm just looking at the name there.
What's it? Craig's Burley's conscience. What would you do?
Do you know what I think? Do you know what I think he's doing though? It's a clear message to Daniel Levy.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a message to Daniel. If he wins the Champions League, and it's still a big if, but they've got a Liverpool are favourites, but they've got an opportunity. He could walk away, and he's going to walk into, Solskjaer will be 6 months down the line.
Well, Juventus. He's heavily linked to Juventus in Italy this weekend.
Obviously, the Madrid door is closed for the time being. Barcelona might open, but then again, he was at Espanyol. Will that be? I don't know. But anyway, it's a message to Daniel Levy. The new stadium, I might walk if we win the Champions League, unless you give me X, Y, and Z. And by the way, if he walks, there's a big danger of players following in pursuit. No?
I don't think he walks.
Would you be tempted to walk?
I would. No.
Because you're never going to repeat it. You're done.
Do you know what?
Like you've peaked.
Well, no, you've been striving for 5 years, knowing along the way that there wasn't going to be the money available because the plan was always, and this is coming from Pochettino, he said the plan was always, we're going to have to make sure we get this stadium. It has to be the first thing we do. But we still want to be in Champions League.
And then you win the Champions League.
You've spent 5 years building, and you win the Champions League, do you not want to take the next step and win the Premier League?
But can you do that?
Well,
Do you know what's on my conscience? Do you know what people used to say Arsene Wenger built the stadium?
Why not?
Because they don't have the resources.
Right.
Well, that's what he said about Liverpool 3 and 4 years ago.
But Liverpool
they said that Liverpool didn't have the resources. They said Liverpool not going to go out and spend the money. That's exactly what they said. Mm-hmm. And what did they do?
Yeah, but they've got owners.
3 or 4 years later, they did it sensibly. The scouting system saw good talent for a good price. Pretty much, other than Alisson and Van Dijk, that's what Liverpool did for 3 or 4 years to build the team up.
But Spurs haven't bought a player in 2 transfer windows.
Oh, exactly. Now the stadium's done. Now they can concentrate on the squad on the field.
That's what Arsenal said.
I mean, why do you don't in the middle of a project just walk away?
But if you succeed in that project,
But the project's the Premier League as well, isn't it?
I don't know, Stevie, is it?
Listen, I'll tell you what, if I'm him and the Barcelona job comes up,
Yeah. Right. What about Juventus?
why do you want to go to Juventus?
Because you win titles there. And isn't that what you want as a manager?
But there comes a stage where it doesn't matter. Listen, Celtic how many have they won? Last 7? 8?
8.
The last 8. Nobody gives a hoot because it's a one-man league.
Right.
Same as Italy's a one-team league.
Yeah.
So that's not exactly perfect, is it? But you got to go to Barcelona. You're having a laugh. Because I tell you what, you go to Barcelona, the last place you go right there is Man United. Absolute shambles.
Is Lucas Moura more successful than PSG in the Champions League?
Oh yeah, he's in the final, isn't he?
Technically, yes.
Final one being Scotsman. Have you guys ever worn a kilt before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got married in a kilt, what were you?
No.
No?
I've been to weddings wearing a kilt.
Yeah.
Ever?
I don't know, you know over there.
Hold on. When was I wearing that? Oh, no, I wore one at the World Cup. Not during the game, obviously.
Thanks for that.
Bit heavy. And I was struggling to run as it was. We wore them before the Brazil game. Stupid thing to do, really. It's manager wanted us to go to the opening game of the World Cup in kilts.
Right, okay.
He knows the story. He knows the story. Just, I don't know. And I've worn one to a wedding before. I'm not a fan.
No?
You know?
No, kilts, I don't
wear
like
a
them.
kilt.
Can't stand them.
No?
Fantastic.
What's good about them?
Well, they're smart. They're really smart. I think if you wear the
What's
the
good
whole
about them?
uniform, it's very smart.
Right.
What would you know about being smart?
And there are other things you enjoy about them?
See, why are you looking like that? Why have you that stupid
Well,
look
because
again?
a suit is smart.
It's very uncomfortable.
I don't
think.
disagree. A suit isn't smart, but a kilt, in my opinion,
Right.
is a lot smarter.
Okay.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, smarter than your suits.
And what about
Yeah,
comfort?
honestly.
How comfortable?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable, comfortable.
Well, you get one that fits you, it'll be comfortable.
Listen, let's be honest about it. It's a big skirt,
Shut up. We know it's
right? And it's heavy.
We know it's supposed to be to keep you warm.
It's heavy. But
That's the whole point.
Yeah, but that was
the whole point of it being heavy is because
back in the day.
back in the day.
Well, we're not back in the day now.
Oh yeah, it's a lot warmer now, isn't it?
Well, we've got heating now. They didn't have heating back then.
We've got heating now.
I mean, we don't walk about in them in daily life.
Do I ask the question or do I just go? I want to ask a question, but I don't know if HR. I can ask the question.
Of course you can.
When you go, are you free?
No.
No?
No.
Hey, before the Brazil game, were you free wandering around?
I don't find them comfortable. Some people do. I don't know.
ESPNFC is back tomorrow. Robbo's here.
Is he wearing the kilts?
Definitely,
Well, he
Robbo
needs-
would definitely
to be
not
fair,
wear a kilt.
He needs to wear one over his head.
Keep his head warm.